few words? Just tell me.
Yeah, Phil, what did you have for breakfast this morning, Phil?
Cup of tea, Kit Kat on the train.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, so finished.
Healthy.
I want to look like a ring.
Phil, first things first, as you know, dad and a manager, it's you know, you've got a difficult sort of balancing act now with Tony, because he's starting out on a new path. But how difficult was him to make the decision from not maybe carrying on to go for 2012, see if he could get the gold, and then take the decision to turn pro? How difficult a decision?
Well, I think it was an easy decision with the politics in the amateur sport. I think that played a big part in it. And I'm looking for a new chapter in his life. I followed him all over the world, and we're just going to take one fight at a time, and hopefully he'll get a title fight one day in Sunderland. That's my dream, just for him to get back to Sunderland and win something for Sunderland, because our football team never wins anything, you know.
I'll come back to that you know, the Sunderland connection in a minute, but you mentioned the politics there with the ABA. A lot was made of how they handled their Olympic boxers. From your point of view, how badly handled was
Well, they were promised the earth. You know, we taken the ABA to court for £6,000 bonus, what is due, you know, and the communication has been non-existent. We didn't want to take them down this route, but we've had no alternative, you know. We've offered to sit round the table with them, but communication was terrible, and we're all the lads as well, you know.
Was there ever a chance that Tony would have stayed an amateur and gone for 2012?
Yes, if he was enjoying the training down there, and there was no distractions, you know. There was politics, and with the Olympics, with Billy Joe Saunders getting sent home the day before for nothing, you know. It's just too much politics in amateur sport, you know.
Okay, let's concentrate on Tony. Let's come back to that Sunderland link. I was with Tony in the training camp in Macau before he went up to Beijing, and a lot was made of his commitment just to follow his passion through boxing. Tell us about his burger van outside the stadium a lot.
Well, he used to, when he didn't have his fun, and he bought a burger van, and he used to sell hamburgers outside the Sunderland Football Club. And he had some quite good ideas, like a heavyweight burger, lightweight burger, and it was just to make ends meet. And I told him, I said I was a bit worried with him flipping the burgers with his hands, and because his wrist were flipping the burgers, and I was surprised he sold his van for a small profit when he got back into the GB team, you know. But I was a bit concerned because his hands were sore, because he kept flipping the burgers, you know.
But the dream is, though, get back to Sunderland. How much would you love him to be fighting in Sunderland?
Well, Frank's promised he's going to be fighting in Sunderland May or June, but I love him to be fighting the title one day in Sunderland, you know. And the people in Sunderland would love it, you know. We've got a massive, we've got a great support in Sunderland, and we've got a great. I'd love him to box at the Stadium of Light one day, you know. And I know Niall Quinn would love him to as well, you know.
Super stuff. A long way to go before that can happen, but the potential is there. How long will it take him to get where he wants to go?
Well, that's down to Frank Maloney, that, but obviously it's a learning game for him, you know. Like, he was amateur, like boxers that say I want to be world champion in 2 years, 3 years, but it's one fight at a time, and obviously his career will progress, but we haven't got a timetable on it, you know. But and I'm glad he's went down to super middleweight. It'll be an exciting division in years to come, that one, you know.
Starting off at light heavy though in his first fight, isn't he now?
No, he's boxed at super.
He's booking it super middleweight.
Yeah.
He's definitely super middleweight. Because you haven't had long on notice on this fight. 3 weeks, is it?
Yeah, but our Tony's been training since before Christmas, because obviously we're training to fight in Sunderland in February till the Dennis Upson deal went pear-shaped, you know. So and when he's stripped off, he's looking in great shape, you know.
What are the biggest differences for him though, from preparing for an amateur fight to professional? How difficult has that been for you?
Yeah, well, he's away from home a lot, and he that for his choice, and to me, it's obviously we want to get as many down as. It's no different to me, really. I'm just still nervous, prepared to watch him fight, you know.
Yeah. And what about for Tony though? The biggest difference. What's he told you is the biggest difference between preparing for a pro fight?
Our Tony's enjoying it more as a pro. The training's better, he said, and he's doing longer sessions, you know. And I can see him when he comes home every fortnight. I can feel him. He's training, and he's really excited, you know. Whereas our Tony now, he knows how he's fighting in the amateur game. You do go to competition, and you would only you'd only find out maybe it's a day before, so you couldn't do your little bit of homework on them, you know. So that's something now. He's in years to come, he's going to know he's going to be fighting, you know. So I'm just looking forward to it.
Great stuff. How much did it help him getting that medal at the Olympics now with the progression of his career, confidence, all those kind of things? How much that medal helped?
Well, I would 20 boxing Olympics with a crack rib, you know, and I was just proud of being the first lad from Sunderland to ever go to the Olympics, you know, and in the northeast, and to come back with a medal there. We've never had a medal in Sunderland, you know. The last medal we had was the FA Cup final in 1973, and that was the cup, you know. So the whole town was absolutely buzzing. But I was just proud of him to get the Olympics, you know, because there's not many people who go to the Olympics to qualify. I think it was only Corn, and then I think Audrey, and to get the Olympics on the world's biggest stage, see your son up there, it was great, you know.
Obviously, now you're acting as Tony's manager as well, but just talking to you here now is that you're a bundle of nerves just talking about it. What are you going to be like when he makes on Friday night now and he makes his debut? What? You're going to be a mess.
I'll have a nappy on. No, obviously when he's in the ring, and he's 95 fights, and I think I've only missed 5 of his fights. I've seen the world with him all over the world, and I've got a good partner at work who lets us just jump on a plane. I am going to be nervous, I'm going to be nervous, but not as nervous as in the Olympic Games when he was fighting for that medal.
Great stuff, that's all I need, eh? That's super. Cheers. Lovely to meet you, Phil.
Cheers,
super stuff. I hope things go well for you.
All right.